What's up, YouTube? It smells like Vin here, and got another band shirt, kick-ass new Jimi Hendrix shirt. Got this for like $10 at a Walmart. It's like the first band shirt I've ever bought at a Walmart, or artist shirt, not a band shirt. But yeah, I did a review this weekend, but I was exhausted. I just got back from a get-together that my friend had for her birthday, and I was exhausted, so the review suffered because of this. And I'll get to that album later that I did, but I wanted to get to this because I am a huge fan of dream pop. I love dream pop. It's relaxing, it's very atmospheric, it's very thick despite the fact that there really isn't so much going on. It's just a great genre. I just love it. The way the guitar sounds, how laid back it is, just such a cool genre. And I think if there was an album to introduce someone to dream pop, it would be Today by Galaxie 500. Excuse me. Now, Galaxie 500 are one of those bands that are most associated with the genre that they play. For example, you know, Led Zeppelin and classic rock, or like, you know, Metallica and metal. You know what I mean? When you think of that genre, those are some of the bands you think of. And that is definitely the case with Galaxie 500. In my opinion, they are an iconic dream pop band, and this is an iconic dream pop album. Now, the thing with this album is it has a very unique sound, because I feel like it's a lot different than some other dream pop albums that I've listened to, mostly because it's more, I don't want to say upbeat, but a lot of the time it has a steady kind of beat, maybe a mid-tempo, as opposed to some of the other stuff I've listened to in this genre, where it's very kind of, maybe a little slow and almost like shoegazy. You know, the beat, like a shoegaze beat, like from, you know, like Jesus and the Mary Chain, stuff like that, where it just goes dum, 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 that kind of beat. And it's like that, those kind of beats. The sound doesn't really have too many of those. It's mostly just an in-the-pocket beat, and it gives the songs a kind of upbeat feel to them, rather than a slow, just slow feel, basically. The guitars are also cool. I love dream pop guitars, because they're really psychedelic, but at the same time, they're very thick. It's kind of weird, like they're light and thick. The sound of them is very light and airy, but a lot of the time they can be big and loud, and it kind of dictates what the rest of the kind of band plays like, as is the case with Today. Another cool thing about this album is the bass. The bass is extremely audible, which gives the songs even more of a dreamy feel, which is obviously the aim of dream pop. So that's cool. The flow and production and all that. The flow is great. Every song is different, but it has a samey kind of feel throughout the whole thing. There's not a song that totally kind of just wheels in a different direction. They all kind of, you know, they stay the same direction. But I guess it gets just a little tedious towards the end, but it's not something where you're sitting there, you're like, oh, you know what I mean, like, you know, when is it gonna end? It's fine. The song's only like, sorry, the album's only 9 songs anyway, so there's not a whole lot of time for you to be bored at all. In fact, I'm kind of running into that pattern a lot lately. I'll listen to an album that starts to get just a little redundant towards the end, but it stops right there. when you're getting a little bit bored, the album just stops. So yeah, the flow is great. Production, the production, perfect. I feel like the production complements the sound. It's not overproduced, but it's also not underproduced. It's clean, as is a lot of dream pop albums, but it's not like perfection. You know, the vocals are a huge part of dream pop. They can range from female vocalists like bands like Beach House, which Beach House, I think of them as dream pop, although I know a lot of people might disagree with me. But you know, the Sundays, Beach House, you know, that have female vocalists, very nice, kind of light, airy vocals, echoey reverb. I love the use of reverb in dream pop. It adds to that relaxing, atmospheric kind of feel to it, and it's great. And then you get, you know, male vocals, and male vocals are different because they're almost kind of like a whisper, and they're singing low, and again, very echoey and reverby, and that is what you get in today. The vocals, when I first heard them, I'm gonna admit, I didn't like them. I did not like the vocals on this album. I think mostly because there's two things I don't like. A, I am not gonna lie. Not now, but around the beginning of the year, maybe towards the end of last year, I was coming out of an all-metal phase. You know, that's all I would listen to. It was all about the screaming and the you know, I listened to like Slipknot are not what I would call metal. I would just call them hard rock, but I'm not gonna bash Slipknot, you know, and you know, Korn and stuff like that. That's all I would listen to, and it just stopped there. So when I started getting into bands, you know, that the vocals were a lot like sensual and a lot more kind of light. It was almost weird for me, you know what I mean? And the vocals on this album, now I'm used to them because I'm into so many different types of music. But back, you know, I just heard the album a little while ago, but if I would have heard it back then, it would have been weird to me. That's what I'm trying to say. His vocals are very, and when I say his, I'm sorry, I actually don't know the band members. I probably should have researched that. I'm sorry, guys, I do that a lot. I won't do that from now on. But, that threw me off. Vocals, right, sorry. Very, very airy, very... The thing that bothers me, though, the one thing that bothers me about the vocals is, in some songs, like the second song, Pictures, one vocal is low. Not like low, but, you know, it's low. And then the other vocal, double track, is way in the upper register. And that gets weird, because it's not like one vocal's like this and the other one's like this. Like, they're similar. I'm not gonna sing, but they're like similar pitches. They're totally different and they clash, and it creates kind of like a weird sound. So that's one thing I don't like about the vocals sometimes. It's not in every song, just in some songs. And really, this album's awesome. It's relaxing, it's laid back, and springtime's coming, so it was the perfect time for me to get into this album. It's very, very atmospheric. It's, like I said, you know, relaxing, laid back, and it's a very consistent record. It knows what it wants to do, and it sticks with that sound. So if I were to give this album a rating, I would probably give it a solid 8.5. Either a high 8 or a low 9. It's a great, great album. There are certain things that bother me a little bit about it, But other than that, it's a great album. I highly suggest it if you're a Dream Pop fan. If you're trying to get into Dream Pop, I get this album too. So, thank you very much for watching. I have 23 subs. That's pretty cool. And I almost have 5,000 channel views. So if anyone who watches my videos, if you could maybe pass them around. I usually don't like to ask that. But if you watched my video entitled Thank You, someone had already done that, and it really helped my channel out. So I understand the effects of kind of sharing videos. So if you guys, if you enjoyed my videos and if you liked them, you know, just spread the word, pass them around to some of your friends, and leave a comment, tell me what you like, tell me what you didn't like. This video ran way too effing long. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.